ERC, quality service since 1972. Repairing TVs, console stereos, electronic musical instruments, pinball machines, arcade games, and more. Call 836-0454.
Hey, this is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Monday, the 10th of August. James Spann here. And the weather will be changing across the deep south this week, and the tropics are heating up a bit, so a lot to talk about. Let's get right to it. We'll start with some Skycam shots around the network this afternoon, as we usually do. First off, coming from the Demopolis Skycam. That's looking south, right down the Tombigbee River. Right around that bend is the Demopolis Lock and Dam. Tuscaloosa, the sky there becoming mostly cloudy with a few rain showers nearby. That's looking north from the top of the Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. And a nice shot there from Gadsden. That is looking east from Lookout Mountain. Sky partially sunny. Temperatures just aren't that bad. Mostly mid to upper 80s. The warm spots at 2 o'clock. Tuscaloosa, Alexander City, and Montgomery, all under 90 at 88 degrees. I mean, that's all right for an August afternoon, dog day afternoon, if you will. Birmingham at 84. We're under a ridge, but moisture is increasing underneath the ridge. And we think the ridge breaks down as the week progresses, meaning an increase in the coverage of showers and storms in coming days. Here's a peek at the radar. That is at 2 o'clock, 1:59 exactly. And you can see your classic case of scattered afternoon showers and storms in a summer day. The most concentrated storms over Winston County, but they're scattered elsewhere. They're fairly small, and we'll see those continuing through the afternoon and the evening. They will die down later tonight. Severe weather, the organized action should be up north along an advancing surface front from Denver all the way to Boston. That includes Wichita, Kansas City, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Columbus, Pittsburgh, and New York City. Then on day 2, they kind of cherry-picked 3 spots along the boundary. That will be getting closer. We could see some storms in here tomorrow night and then on Wednesday as well with that boundary. And how far south will that thing go? That's a big question that really holds the key to our end-of-the-week forecast. Expected rain for the next 5 days, valid through Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. This is suggesting 1 to 2 inches here, and we'll take that. And again, it could be that the most organized showers and storms will come tomorrow night and Wednesday. And what about the tropics, you say? Well, we've got 2 suspect areas, one that's south of the Cape Verde Islands in the far eastern Atlantic, and a new little surface low that's about to come through the Windward Islands, crossing into the Caribbean. Here's a look at the eastern Atlantic disturbance. Really not looking that good. It's not as organized as it was this morning. So any likelihood of an upgrade to a depression looks small in the short term. Models, as you might expect, a little bit all over the board. You've got the no gaps, the outlier on the left. And then you got the BAM set. The BAM deep recurves it, kind of an outlier on the right. And most of the other models are in between. Remains to be seen if this will make the curve or try and make it through to this side of the Atlantic. We'll watch it way out there, and I'll show you the GFS here in just a bit. There's the Caribbean disturbance. You can see that flare, really a nice flare that's coming through the Windward Islands right now. And we'll keep an eye on that. Now, here's a look at the shear analysis across the Atlantic Basin. And I'll tell you now that the Caribbean disturbance is in an area of light shear, but you can see the shear really picks up south of Jamaica. And we'll see if it can survive the trek through that thing. If it does, the conditions look pretty favorable there in the Yucatan Channel and the Gulf in terms of the upper air analysis. And just for the fun of it, a quick peek at Felicia. That's the tropical storm that is dying quickly, passing north of the big island of Hawaii. That thing is fizzling and will basically just be a little wind and rain type event for parts of the islands and, quite frankly, mostly the North Shores. Not really a big story, as that is falling apart in a big hurry. So let's look at the GFS. This is at 1 o'clock tomorrow at 500 millibars, about 18 to 20,000 feet off the ground. 594 ridge across the deep south, but it's being beat down by that shortwave coming through the Midwest, and down below that, tomorrow should be a lot like today. Morning sun, then scattered showers and storms in the afternoon. But tomorrow night, with a surface boundary coming down here, there could be some storms well into the nighttime hours. And then Wednesday, you can see how the ridge is being replaced by a trough. And down below that, with a surface boundary up in the Tennessee Valley, you'd figure that would be a day with scattered to numerous showers and storms. So that's why we're kind of looking at tomorrow night and Wednesday as perhaps the most likely time of showers and storms. Now, Thursday, will the northern half of the state dry out? The run we showed you this morning suggested that, but this runs is not so fast. And remember, drying in mid-August just doesn't happen a lot. This is suggesting there could be some drier air, maybe from Muscle Shoals down to Tuscaloosa, but for most of the state, we'll have to maintain some risk of scattered showers and storms, and the same thing on Friday. So we'll mention at least a chance on those days, and we'll fine-tune that as we go along. And it could be that northwest Alabama stays dry. Weekend weather, there's a look at Saturday, suggesting perhaps the most numerous showers and storms south of Birmingham. And Sunday looks fairly moist statewide, typical type summer weather. Warm, muggy with a few scattered showers and storms, the high pretty close to 90. A week from today, Monday, 594 bubble begins to rebuild along the South Atlantic coast, and that looks like we'll be on the periphery of that on the western side, so a pretty good flow of moisture. So Monday, warm, muggy, scattered showers and storms. Let's go out there 5 more days, August 22nd. Whoa, Nelly! Yeah, we got a tropical system off the East Coast. Looking down below that at the surface, the GFS on the 12Z run, very similar to the OZ run. So we'll tip the hat to the consistency at least. That thing is east of Daytona Beach. August 23rd, moving north up toward Cape Fear, where it's almost on the North Carolina coast. 24th, it's over Chesapeake Bay. It'd be a windy, awfully wet day for Washington, D.C., Baltimore, Philly, and New York, if that's right. And then at the end of the forecast on the 26th, that thing is long gone. Still broad troughing over the east. And if that's right, the heat will just not be out of hand. In fact, look at the cold air up over eastern Canada. The thickness values down to 5280. That's pretty cold for summertime up there, and that's what's left of the tropical system is moving on through the Canadian Maritimes. So the GFS is suggesting that the system, if it develops out there in the Atlantic, would be more of an East Coast threat. More than likely, that's correct, considering the rather high latitude of that at this point. But we'll watch it. It's a long way out there. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 News at 5, 6, and 10. Again, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Weather.